There you go.
Maybe he was the one that killed Tupac Shakur.
Well, after he'd abused all those children. Lovely. That's why he got shot. Well, he deserved it.
Allegedly. So then, I've not said that for ages. So then, Tim said, there is not a single girl in this house playing smart. You sexist Australian pig.
Well, hang on, is there?
Nikki?
Well, no one said she's playing smart.
What are the other girls in there? I can't even think. Maddie.
Well, there was Kelty, she was smart.
Maddie, Levita. Who else is there?
Levita's not there.
No, I can't even think of it. All the girls have gone, haven't
Maddie?
they? Remember Christine?
Oh.
Now, we got to have a glimpse at Levita and Kelsey's family. All of them, for some reason, were clad in plaid. Is the lumberjack look big in Canada?
Must be.
Did you notice that Levita's boyfriend looked like Kenny Brain?
Now, do you think that's like a Freudian thing?
Does she know he's gay?
Has he yet said, fuck it, I'm gay?
Kelsey's mum and all her family were drinking cocktails. They look like alcoholics.
And it looked like the daytime?
Yeah, you fucking old
That's not
soaks.
good.
We would never do something like that.
No.
Oh, fucking hell. Now,
The thing is, all week we've been waiting to see Kelsey and Levita in this stupid secret room, and them watching the feeds, or them watching Joel call them a cunt or something, and then we had to sit through God knows how many minutes of their fucking god awful family that no one cares about. They're all dressed in plaid. Who the fuck are they?
I would have much rather have seen Kelsey and Levita seeing loads of stuff and going, oh. Then they fucking sent Emmett in. I hate to tell you this, Big Brother Canada. Emmett came third. Gary Levy should have come first, but Gillian come first. So why don't they bring Gillian back? Why they was fucking bringing Emmett back? Well, Emmett is played out, useless crap.
Who have they had back? So didn't they have Dan Giesning one year?
Yeah, the first year.
That's fuck.
Yeah.
But did Gillian come back one year? I think she did.
She came back with Emmett.
Oh, fuck.
She beat Emmett. This is sexist bullshit.
Yeah, it is a bit. And anyone else? Any other returning players come? I know Ian Terry brought us notes for the jury.
Well, Peter Brown's on the sideshow. Anyway, then they did all this shit, hiding the chips and all this crap. And wrecked the house.
What was the point of that?
Don't know, it's boring. And then Emmett hosted that party in the side room. Jared didn't win that task, so he didn't get to meet Emmett, which I thought was good, because that would be like looking in a mirror.
But no, he saw him through the window.
They were like, oh, Jared, here's that guy you look like. Jared's like, who the fuck is Emmett? I love the fact that Jared doesn't even know who Emmett is. He probably does, but still, that's quite good. And Emmett said, what sort of party is this with one chick?
Well, that's technically what we call in this country... no, sorry.
What?
I don't know. It's something grotesque.
I'm sorry, but one chick, you sexist scumbag. So then the other...
Not, if you said that in front of, a woman that was the only woman there, that would make them feel really uncomfortable.
No, Cassandra was all over him.
Oh, so I forgot it was Cassandra. I thought it was a sentient human being.
That's rude. So then all the other housemates, the losers, had to clean up. Nikki was one of them, and she said she was absolutely seething.
But isn't she OCD? I thought that cleaning would be right up her street.
So then, this is when Maddie and Ramsey went to sleep in the HOH room. Oh. Tim said there's condoms in the top drawer, but Ramsey didn't even want to kiss. Not even kiss.
He said it twice. About the condoms. And there was about, how many condoms in there? About four gross.
In the kitchen. That's no place to keep your condoms. You need them in the bedside drawer, unless you're going to have sex in the kitchen.
Exactly, but I mean, what if your mum's watching?
Well, exactly.
I mean, make sure you cleaned up the counter first. God, if Gary Busey's been on there, you'd catch all sorts.
But Ramsey wouldn't even get off with her. Come on.
Would he not even kiss her, though?
Let's have a kiss. Do you even kiss, mate?
Think about it, right? Imagine you're some religious denomination.
Yeah.
And you think, my mum's watching, have some respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to sully my good name. Mm-hmm. But you think, you have a little snog at least, wouldn't you?
Come on, Ramsey, don't be a prude.
What's wrong with you?
But he did say he'll kiss her on day 60.
Now that is nonsense.
That's like saying, I'll kiss you, like, when there's world peace. Because
like
it's never going to happen.
It's like saying, oh, let's wait till we're on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
What, because you can get a fucking double-page spread in Closer magazine?
No, they don't have that over there.
Well, they should have it.
They should. So then, Dallas was campaigning, but it was quite half-assed, to be honest.
He should have put that cactus suit back on.
Yeah,
I think that would have helped him.
He should have. And then,
Oh, they had to do their speeches.
Yeah, they did. Arissa said, I have some news for you. Then she went, just kidding. Mm-hmm.
But then she did have news.
Exactly.
Why do that?
Trixie. Maddie said to Cassandra, your arse is grass.
Right, now...
And Dallas said, to my international and Canadian housemates, that's nice. He said, until I leave this house in a casket. And he said he wanted Jared and Rail's head on a spike. That sounds good to me.
Did he actually say Rail? Is that catching on now?
No, he said Rail.
All right.
And then, so they voted. Basically, everyone voted Dallas out, apart from...
Did they use gummy bears or...
Joel kept Maddie and Cassandra kept Maddie, so that's quite... What about when Ramsey says something baby boo? That is annoying, isn't it? We have noticed that, we've just never mentioned
Somebody emailed
Chuck
us about this, and he said, what do you think... Who is it, Dallas?
Chuck. No, Ramsey's saying it.
Oh, Ramsey,
Yeah.
okay. But Dallas is... I think he might do it a bit as well.
Isn't he?
Hey, gorgeous. And hey, you're looking beautiful today, Arissa. But you know what? You know who started this trend?
Oh, who was it?
It was, fucking Fuck It, I'm Gay.
Oh,
Kenny
yeah,
Brain.
what was it?
Hey, gorgeous.
Yeah, you're right. The reason we've never mentioned Ramsey doing that is because it's so cringe. I try and block it out of my brain. It's like so gross.
You know,
Makes me physically sick.
It's a bad thought, but you know, when I have a bad thought about BBCAN,
Yeah.
I think, what's that guy's name with the bald head? Is it Andrew Gordon?
What, Rolling Around in Molly?
Yeah, him.
Well,
What's his name?
Andrew Gordon.
Andrew Gordon. I always think about him talking about rolling around in Molly. The minute he gets out, he's going to get a whole pile of drugs, fucking roll around in it until his eyes are popping out of his head.
When he said that, Alison was like, don't talk about that stuff when you're in here. He's like, I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, that's the sort of housemate you want.
I like that attitude.
So then Dallas got evicted. He was basically crying in his eviction interview. And then Arissa was like, guess what? And he's like, am I going back in? Go on. You were quite upset on his behalf.
He was upset that he was leaving. He was actually crying.
Poor thing.
Allegedly crying.
He was crying. He's quite a crybaby, though.
He was crying. And then Arissa goes, oh,
sorry,
hang on. Something's going to happen. And he went, what? Am I going... Is this right? And he went, what? Am I going back in?
Yeah.
And she's like, no. And like, all his dreams were just crushed in that moment. Although I don't really like Dallas, and I particularly don't want him to go back in the house.
I liked him.
I don't like messing around with people's heads like that. I think it's rude. There's no logic to either Kelsey or Levita going back in. So what if you were in Dallas's shoes?
Yeah.
You would think, why can't I go back in? I would say it. I'd say it on stage.
That's nothing compared to what we do to people in the UK series. But anyway, so then, oh yeah, they showed the housemate footage from the secret house more than they showed us, I think. And then
now, I'm sorry to say it again, but if that was BBUK, they would have shown so much dirt on either side about people slagging this person off.
Yeah.
It would have been like Kelsey slagging this person off. They would have shown the worst possible things they could have found and really like stirred it up badly. But they just didn't do any of that, and I can't understand it.
I don't either.
It's like they've got the bones of the international format. They've got some really good ideas, but they're not really looking at the shit stir, like the social element of it that we have.
I think the whole crux of that they thought was whoever going back in. But it wasn't just about the person going back in. It was about their process of being in the secret house as well. Do you know what I mean?
It is, but I think maybe... Like, I shouldn't defend them, but I think in the UK, what we over-storyline it. We make the drama happen. We create the drama and we dump it on people and say, there you go, that's the worst there is to see. Maybe what they're trying to do is let it develop naturally, let that person just slowly tittle-tattle around the house and see if they can use it to their advantage. But yeah, it makes crap TV.
Yeah. So then, I think it was Cassandra said to Maddie, if Levita comes back in, we have to cut her head off. This is Cassandra and Maddie, who a minute ago said, your arse is grass, right? Tim, for some reason, overheard this and went, ah, you just said this. Yeah, right. What do you think about that as strategy for Tim? Like, that's Cassandra is like allegedly his closest ally, and he's just calling her out. Although what he said was completely true, isn't that madness to just call her out like that in front of the house?
He was just making fun of her for, like, you know, like plotting basically. But the thing is, Tim doesn't actually really have any allies, I don't think. He doesn't care about anyone. He barely even cares about himself. I think the only person he probably actually gives a shit about is possibly Nikki, and I might be wrong. And, like, that's just typical him. He just plays up for the cameras. That's all he does. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's his main agenda.
That's a good thing. And then he went into the pantry with someone, and he said that girl is an idiot about Cassandra. I can't remember who that was. So then Arissa revealed that the housemates choose who goes back in, but it has to be a unanimous decision, and it will take as long as it takes.
It will take as long as the feeds are shut down.
The fucking live feeders must be going nuts. We're always behind, so it don't matter to us. But that is... What is the point? It feels like they haven't really been doing that this series, like giving us the runaround like that. It just feels like they're taking the piss out of us. I don't like that.
You're right. It's a crappy ending to this whole, like, when they say, oh, we're going to give you a 90-minute show, it's going to be amazing, loads of things are going to happen, but just to cut it off like that is really, really unfair. Even normally when it's an HOH, they show you the beginning of it. I know it's nothing, but at least it's like, oh, here's something. Like, admittedly, they did show a bit of debate between them about who should come back and who...
Hardly any, though.
Exactly, it was nothing.
And it's not like anyone's going, oh my god, that's so good that they're keeping us waiting till Sunday. Oh, what a brilliant cliffhanger. Everyone is like, what the fuck, that is bollocks.
Alright, but just, I know it's crap, it's a crap ending and it's stupid the way they did it, but just forgetting that for a minute, think about it. The people that are in there and the choices that they've got, I think really the decider will be who has the strongest argument and who's got the bolshiest personality to push it through.
So who will that be?
It's Tim, without a doubt. But can you see any other points of resistance in either direction?
If you're on a jury, Tim is blatantly going to be the foreman. He's blatantly going to be announcing guilty or not guilty.
Alright, so who does Tim want back in?
Even Jared seemed to not want Kelsey back.
He did look a bit
but what about the speeches? They were quite crap as well, weren't they? It was like, they were both like, I'm open to working with new people. It's like, yeah, whatever.
I think because what they both Maddie blew up her speech by being like really like nasty and saying I'm going to go after this person and that person, which I thought was very poor.
Maddie? Don't you mean Levita and Kelsey?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm going to go after this person and that person.
You said that.
Well, I think I'm getting confused.
They were both doing the politician arms, which is quite annoying.
Yeah, because they both said like similar things.
They both said very similar things.
So I think the speech won't really like help or hinder.
Levita was going, Kelsey's a lovely person, this and that. It's like, that's not good gameplay.
Although Kelsey is the lesser threat of the two, I think the thing is because, previously she's been so wishy-washy and like flip-flopping with her noms and having those bad HOHs. People don't trust her. Kelsey, although she is to be feared and she knows exactly what she's doing, at least you know where you stand with her. But with Levita, you've got no chance.
Kelsey is cold.
I like Kelsey.
Who do you think they're going to vote back in?
I hope Kelsey, but
I honestly don't know. And even for a unanimous verdict, they could have worked it out in an hour. They don't need 3 fucking days to work it out, do they?
No.
That is bullshit. Also, why not let the public vote? Why not let us vote?
Because...
What?
Everyone... Well, in our country, we have the idiot British public. I'm not saying anything about Canada, but it's like, be careful what you wish for. God alone knows what they'll vote for.
But wouldn't that be better to let the public vote rather than the housemates? What do they know? They're idiots as well.
Look, I came here to play Big Brother Canada, not
Big Brother Australia.
Not X Factor.
What about Big Baby?
Yeah, Big Baby Hondo.
So basically, they left us on a crap cliffhanger. It's an insult, and you shouldn't do that to us too many times, Canada, because it gets on our wick.
It does, but that's what they always do. But the thing is, who do you want to go back in?
I want Levita to go back in, but I can see the benefits of Kelsey going back in as well.
Why do you want Levita back in?
I like Levita better as a person.
But she's rubbish.
I like her. She will work with Tim, she'll work with Joel, she'll work with Mitch. Kelsey is with Jared and